Hello viewers, I am Suman Singh and I am social worker in Delhi Chadha and I follow Ricky Chadha, Astro Healer on YouTube. Thank you.
Hello viewers, this is Ricky Chadha from Astro Healer. Saturn in the 8th house. Let us first understand the planet itself and then we shall talk about the house. See, Saturn is a dry planet. Saturn is the slowest planet. It takes around 30 years for one revolution around the sun. Saturn is discipline, Saturn is limitation, Saturn is a taskmaster. Now, what if this planet, with all these qualities spoken about, goes and sits in your 8th house? Let us understand the 8th house now. The 8th house is a house of transformation, spirituality, occult science, sudden gain, or sudden loss. This is also a house where you get the dowry, that means the money that your wife brings in marriage. It is the high house of insurance, commission. So, insurance and commission is because 8th house also talks about the money that you have not actually earned by putting your own efforts. But whenever you mediate between two parties and from where you extract money, like if you are into something where you get brokerage or you get commission, so that is the 8th house. 8th house also talks about ancestral property. So if you are supposed to get some ancestral property, we have to wait for a good transit over the 8th house. Now Saturn is going to look at one is the placement, the other is when will it look at the 8th house. If it is in the 6th house, it will look at the 8th house, right? If it is in the 2nd house, it will look at the 8th house, and if it is in the 11th house, it will look at the 8th house. Now what happens when Saturn is in the 8th house? One thing I have not spoken about the 8th house is the most important thing about the 8th house is that 8th house is a house of longevity, your lifespan. Saturn in this particular house gives you a very, very long life, but, and this is a big but, long life, but all your life you will have illnesses, disease, and especially to do with legs, bone, pelvic. And from the 8th house, because it looks at the 2nd house also, you may have defective eyesight, or maybe you at least will be wearing glasses. Fine. All these things are looked for. Now, for different ascendant, Saturn will be positive or it will be negative if it is positioned in the 8th house. Now, for all the fire sign and for all the water sign, you will see the Saturn is not going to give good effect. For example, fire sign is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. If these are your lagnas, you will not get a good effect of Saturn. Similarly, water sign is Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. If you have these lagnas, you will not get good effect. But on the other hand, if you have got any sign at the ascendant which represents air or it represents earth, then the effect is going to be good. Now, for example, we can talk about Taurus, Libra, then Capricorn and Aquarius. These are the 4 signs which is going to have a very positive result of Shani in the 8th house, Saturn in the 8th house. And 2 signs which are going to be neutral. It's just neutral. That is Gemini and Virgo. So I want you to look into your 8th house, see if Saturn is placed over there, or if Saturn is into the 6th house where it is looking at the 8th house or 11th house and 2nd house. These are the things. Just look at it and then we will talk further about it. So have you checked it if it is there? Now, Saturn in the 8th house normally gives you a big belly. That means your stomach is literally protruding out, especially after the age of 32. After the age of 32, there is going to be a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders, family responsibilities and other responsibilities as well. 8th house is also a house of research because you dig deep into it. You're very knowledgeable, you're very clever, you're very intelligent, your planning is very good, and also that you are very well informed. You know the current affairs, what's happening around in the world, all those things you are up to date. Any information, you are always ready with it. So friends, this is the result of Saturn in your 8th house. And if you have Saturn in your 8th house, just check whether whatever has been spoken right now, does it matches with your life or whatever you're going through. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked this video, share this video, subscribe to my channel and click on the notification bell icon as well. Have a great day.